Welcome to Flow with Ali. Today I have a class completely dedicated to preparing you for wheel pose or a full, beautiful back bend. This is a request I received here on my channel, but also in the classes I teach in studio. If you do like a format like this where we focus on a specific posture or part of the body, hit the like button or let me know below in the comments. Let's get started in tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, drop the belly, cow pose, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, cat. Inhale, drop the belly, shine your heart, gaze up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, press through your hands, cat. One more. Inhale, drop the belly, broad through the shoulders, look up. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine, cat pose. Good. Exhale, press back, child's pose for a moment. Stretch long through the hands, hips over heels. Inhale, up through tabletop. Exhale, long spine, lower the hips, high cobra, look up. Inhale, broaden through the shoulders, look up, shine the heart. Exhale, press back through table, child's pose. We'll take this a couple times. Inhale, up through table. Shine the heart, look up, high cobra. Hips can be elevated off the mat in an upward facing dog, or keep the hips down and add a slight bend to the elbow. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Inhale, up dog or high cobra. Exhale, press back, child's pose. Inhale, press forward, final time, up dog or cobra with a slight bend in the elbows. Good, press back, exhale, child's pose. Inhale, up through table, tuck the toes this time and straighten the legs. Find a high plank position, shoulders over wrist, long spine, legs are straight and strong. We'll hold plank, working on the core. Strengthening the core will help us prepare. Hold here for another breath. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. And exhale, bend the knees, pedal out if you need to in our first down dog of class. Loosening up the legs. Lengthening the spine, come up high on your heels and drop them down. And relieve the tension in your neck by nodding yes and shaking no. Good, inhale, shift forward, high plank. And exhale, press up and back, down dog. Two more like this. Inhale, press forward, high plank. Exhale, up and back, down dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, up and back, down dog. This time, listen for the change. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower down slowly with control, all the way down to the mat. Relax the tops of the feet on the mat. Rest the chin on the mat. Hands press under shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra this time. Look up. Little to no weight in the hand. The work is coming from the back. Eyes go up slightly. One more breath. Exhale down. One more like that. Inhale, lift the chest. Heel off the mat. Look up. And exhale, rest the left ear on the mat. Shake your hips out for a moment. Inhale, return your chin to the mat. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, lift up. High cobra once again, straighten the arms. Keep the hips on the mat. Look up, broad through the chest. Exhale, drop down. One more like that. Chin taps. Inhale, lift up. Straighten through the arms. Look up. Good. Exhale. right ear touches the mat. Release the hands this time. Shake your hips out. Chin returns to center, palms face down, preparing for full locust. Inhale, lift the chest like cobra. Then lift the hands off the mat, palms face down. Inhale, can you lift the chest a little higher, looking up? Inhale, practice lifting your legs up off the mat. Levitate up. Maybe it's one leg and then the other. Inhale, get a little higher. Imagine only your hip bones are touching the mat. Knit your shoulder blades together to peel yourself up a little higher. Kick your legs up and back. Good. Exhale, drop the left ear on the mat. Shake the hips, maybe windshield wiper, back and forth. And release down. We'll take a variation of full locust this time with our arms out to a T, palms face down, chin meets the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms like an airplane. Look up. Exhale to prepare. Inhale, lift the legs. On your next inhale, see if you can get your chest a little higher. Fly your wings out long to the side. Activate your feet. Energize your legs, lift them up higher. One more breath, get as high as possible. Fly your arms back. Exhale, drop an ear to the mat, shake it out. Good, inhale, chin returns to center. Bend the knees deeply. Reach back for the shoelace side of your feet. Inhale, everything lifts up off the mat. Draw your shoulders back, look up. Kick into your hands as you drive your legs up, and once again, imagine balancing on your hip bones. Keep the thighs parallel to one another, floor bow. Inhale, look up, lift up. Exhale, kick into your hands. One more breath. And release. Shake it out here for a moment. Press your hands under your shoulders, lift up through table, and rest to child's pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, tuck toes, lift up and back. Downward facing dog. For a deep breath, inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, lift your right toes up off the mat. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Firing up the core. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through between the hands. Drop the back knee on the mat. Come up high onto your knee. Inhale, lift the arms up, take a back bend as we lean forward, getting into the hips. Lift up and look up and maybe slightly back. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, press down, step back, downward facing dog. For an inhale, sigh out, exhale. Inhale, float left toes up off the mat. Exhale, knee to nose, strong core. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, step through between the hands. Drop the back knee on the mat. Inhale, rise, hands to the knee. Inhale, lift your arms up, look slightly up, and take a little back bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend back a little more. Good, release the hands, step back. Downward facing dog. This time from down dog, we'll come onto our forearms for dolphin pose. Clasp the hands. Notice the different sensation along the backs of the legs and through the back. So can you continue to tilt your tailbone up and press through the forearms, lengthen the spine. Good, release, press back up through downward facing dog. This time, walk forward to the top of the mat. Feet are hips distance. Grab opposite elbows, hang heavy ragdoll. You can stay static, hold in ragdoll, allowing gravity to lengthen the spine. Draw your head closer to the mat or sway side to side. It can be a tiny sway or a big, playful sway. Listen to your body here. Find a little looseness and a little fun, a little play here. Good, we'll work into the quads a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sit your hips back into a chair. Stay right here. And then take your hands out long in front of you. Hold. Inhale, lift the torso up, chair pose. Exhale, hands come behind you, airplane. Inhale, can you lift your heels up off the mat, coming up into a stiletto, and drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop. Now stamp into your right foot. Step your left toes back. Keep your hands long behind you. Dial your back heel onto the mat. Clasp your hands. Puff up your chest. Draw shoulder blades into touch. Lift up, puff up. Exhale, fold forward. Humble warrior. Allow your clasped hands to go up high to the ceiling or draw them toward the front of the room. Let go. Your strong legs hold you up as your torso melts forward. Arms reach forward. Good. Unravel. Plant the hands. Step forward. Shake it out for a moment. In a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sit back in chair with airplane arms. Stamp into the left foot, step the right toes back, dial the heel onto the mat. Clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, puff up the chest, draw the shoulders up and back, arms are straight and strong. Exhale, bow the torso down, arms draw up to the ceiling, head goes down toward the floor. Feet are strong and steady, legs are strong and engaged. Arms are straight up behind your head or forward to the front of the room. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, back up, step through, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, step back through high plank and hold here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Place all your weight into the left hand. Exhale. Inhale, roll onto the knife edge of the left foot. Open up, side plank. Inhale to get long. Exhale, hand reaches the mat. Roll to the knife edge of the right foot. Inhale, peel open, side plank. Exhale through plank, 2 more like this. Open up, side plank. Good, roll through plank. Other side, lift up. On this final side, option to take a variation with your side plank. That could mean floating the right toes up, finding a tree variation or reaching for big toe. Wherever you are, hold for a breath. Good, exhale, release. Roll to the other side. Open up side plank. Of course, the option for a supported variation is always there. Or take the variation of your choice, grab big toe, or simply float the leg, or find tree pose with the legs. One more breath in. Good, exhale, release, find child's pose. Reset for a moment. Allow your breath to cleanse and rejuvenate you as we pause. Good, inhale, rise up, sit back, hips over heels in the center of your mat. Take your right hand and grab your right heel. Fingers are on the inside, thumb on the outside. Knees can be about hips distance apart. Left hand is freed up. As you inhale, we'll lift the left arm up and back as we rise up to standing for one-armed camel. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, down. One more time this side. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, down. Take this at your pace. If you're just right here, drive the hips forward. That's perfectly fine. Maybe we just hold. And then the goal is to drive your hips forward, lift your arm up and back. Good, back down, we'll switch sides. Left hand grabs the left heel, fingers on the inside, thumb on the outside. Right arm is freed up and ready to inhale, sweep up and back, hips drive forward. Exhale, sit back. One more time this side. Inhale, lift up, drive the hips forward. Right arm reaches up and back. Good, sit back down on your heels for a moment. And we'll do this again, this time flowing from side to side. So right hand grabs inside, left arm is free. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, sit down. Switch sides. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, switch sides. Two more times. Inhale, lift up and back. Exhale, switch. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, switch. Inhale, up and back. Feel your quads on fire as well as your back. Inhale, lift up and back. Good. Exhale, relax. Grab hold of your heels as you curl your forehead down to the mat. Good. Come back up. This time, stand on your knees, setting up for full camel. So inhale, long spine. Hands come to the small of your back. Fingers face down. Inhale to puff up your chest. Draw your elbows back. Pin them together. Inhale to look up. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, press your hips forward. Eyes go farther back. Maybe to the back corner or the back wall. Hips go forward, eyes go back. Find your spot, your edge. Good, maybe you can reach one hand down and grab the heel. Maybe both hands connect to the heel. Inhale, hips forward, exhale, go back. One more, inhale, hips forward, exhale, go back. Good. Come out the same way you came in, hands to low back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, child's pose. Let that go. Intense back bend through camel. Working into our strength, preparing us for that full wheel. Good. Inhale back through table. Swing the legs around. Find a seated position. Hold right here with the feet stamped down on the mat. Inhale, long spine, grab behind the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lean back. Balance on your hips. Float your feet up off the mat. And then take your shins to 90 and play around with straightening one leg, maybe straightening both legs, boat pose. Inhale, chest lifts like there's a string lifting you up. You can always bring your feet down to the mat if you need the support. Play around for another moment. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, low boat hover. Inhale, lift up. 2 more. Exhale, low boat hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto the mat. Release. Good. Hug both knees into your chest. Sway side to side. Massage out the low back for a moment as we prepare for bridge and then an attempt for wheel. So if you have blocks, you may want them nearby, or if you have a sweatshirt or sweater, you may want that as well. Also, if you're wearing a high ponytail right here on the crown of your head, I suggest bringing it down low like mine, or just taking your hair out altogether. So we'll all lay down in bridge pose. We'll start with a gentle version. Inhale, lift the hips up just a couple inches. If you have a block and want to rest on the block, you can do that. Play around with finding where you feel it here. So just a soft, easy bridge to start. Palms face down, feet pressed into the mat. Press through your hands and feet. Use your quad strength to lift your hips up a little higher. Keeping the hands down this time. Only moving the hips up. Keeping the thighs parallel to one another. Engage your glutes and your abs as you lift up. And exhale, release. Good. Shake it out. Knees go side to side. Or hug knees into chest. Drop your knees. This time we'll grab for the ankles. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift up. So lift your hips up. Drive your hips up toward the ceiling. Quads stay parallel and engaged. Grab for your ankles. And this time roll onto the tops of your shoulders and upper arms. Good. Inhale to lift a little higher. Good. Exhale, release. Windshield wiper the knees, going for round 3 of bridge. Palms face down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the hips off the mat. Take your hands under your hips and clasp your hands. Straighten the arms. Arms stay down on the mat as a lever. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your hips. Draw your arms down into the mat. So as you press your arms down, you're driving your hips up. Thighs stay parallel to one another. Engage your core and glutes as you lift your hips up a little higher. Press your hands down. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, release, let it go. Sway your knees side to side and hug your knees into your chest to relieve your low back. So those are 3 variations to explore arm positioning for bridge. And we'll slowly attempt to go into 2 rounds of wheel. But of course, this is a video. You can pause it and hold longer, release, or do it as many times as you safely can. Setting up for full wheel. Feet stamp into the mat just like we did in bridge pose. But this time, hands come next to your ears, fingers point down toward your shoulders. We'll take this slow. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your hips up just like you're in a bridge pose. Then lift your hips a little higher. See if you can lift up onto your head. Try to use your arm strength so the weight is not all in your head. Hold here if that's all you've got today. That's still a huge success. And if you can, press even more into your arms, straighten them up. rise, full wheel. Keep those thighs parallel to one another, driving up through the hips, pressing through the hands and the feet. Breathe. Looking between your hands, exploring where you are. If you're still down on your head, you can come up onto your heels, or if you have a soft item like a sweatshirt or even a block, you can explore by coming up onto the block. So lift up, rest your head on the block to get you a little higher, and explore lifting up off the block. Wherever you are, exhale, release, drop down. Beautiful work today. Hug your knees into your chest, sway side to side. Good. Send your legs out long. Come up onto your forearms. Drop your head back, fish pose. Crown of the head reaches the mat. Hips are still down, touching the mat. Good. Exhale, release. Hug your knees into your chest. Sway side to side. Grab opposite edges of your feet. Drive your knees into your armpits. Happy baby. Stay here and hold, or sway side to side. Massage the low back. Good. We can stay right here, or explore straightening one leg and then the other. Good. Then soles of the feet come to touch. Palms can rest on the thighs or palms face up. You can also press one hand to your heart and one to your belly. Take a moment here to just settle down. Recognize how hard you have worked toward a big goal. Acknowledging the growth you experienced today in your commitment to bettering yourself, getting stronger, more flexible, knowing that growth is a process. It's not about the destination, it's about appreciating the baby steps, showing yourself love and kindness for where you are today. When you're ready, draw your knees in and roll to your favorite side. Rest your head on your bicep for a moment. Inhale, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. We'll close out with one final breath together. Inhale, lift the arms up. Bring the palms together to touch. And draw them down to your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Please try these exercises over and over again and let me know how you do. See you next time.